Right, hi guys. So we've not done one this morning as we woke up late, so we figured we'd just go in, get everything packed away, had some breakfast. Figured we'd go for the drive because it's quite a long drive today.
Yeah.
It's like a 4 and a bit hour drive.
Which is actually going to end up being about 6 hours worth of driving in the end because we wanted to stop in the middle.
Yeah. It would have been about 4.5 if we were to do it in one, but we figured we might as well break it down. So we're going to stop in Scarborough for a bit. Fernie wanted to stop in Whitby, but Scarborough's one closest to where we want to be, and I prefer Scarborough because I do. But give us your thoughts. What do you prefer, Scarborough or Whitby? Mine Scarborough is as Whitby, so.
Whitby, for me, it's just Whitby though because I go to Whitby more often for stuff that I do as well. So it does make partial sense.
I just prefer Scarborough because it's Scarborough at the end of the day. But yeah, so we're currently 45 minutes away from Scarborough. We're going to drive through Whitby to get to Scarborough, funny enough.
Directly through the middle of it, from what I can tell.
So we've currently got some lovely views. We're up in the hills near the coast. Probably a couple of miles that way is the coast.
The North York Dales, as it's classed as technically.
Yeah. So, yeah, not much, honestly, right now because we're just driving. So when we have been all morning.
I was going to say, we've already been going for about 2 hours.
Like 9 o'clock this morning, something like that.
Yeah.
Had some breakfast, put everything away.
Had a good chat to a random person who parked up while we were basically going to sleep. They arrived really late where we were parking, but we didn't manage to get back down to the beach, but we're going to see more today.
Like 9 o'clock. But, well, we're going to see the sunset today and probably the sunrise again in the morning, so. Right, so we'll head off. See you in a bit, guys. Bye.
So guys, we've made it to Scarborough. That was way too long of a drive.
Scarborough.
Yeah, what he said. Let's just say it ended up taking, I think, probably 2.5, more or less 3 hours because we kept getting stuck behind slow vehicles.
And traffic. And
traffic.
There was an accident on the road at one
there
point.
Was something going on. But it's one of those, we've made it in the end and we have a lovely, wonderful
Scarborough
view of the sea. So we're going to stick around here for a little bit. We may get up to some stuff. If we do, obviously, we will show you guys.
Should have bought the football.
Yeah, I did think that. I did think we should have got the football out, but I completely forgot to get it out.
Yeah.
If we need to be, we're only back that way probably about a while away. I didn't realise how far we have already walked.
Yeah, probably about 5 minutes-ish so far.
Yeah, at least.
We're still nowhere near.
Yeah, but we're going to chill out in Scarborough for quite a while. At least 2 hours probably.
Yeah.
Have lunch while we're here, and then start heading down to Fenrock, that's the one. To obviously go to that climbing wall down there that we found yesterday that looks insane. Crazily, it's not actually open yet, and it doesn't open for another 2.5 hours. So we've got well enough time, but we have then got another 4-hour drive. So obviously
someone has another 4-hour drive. I get to sing for another 4 hours.
Yeah, he gets to chill out, but he does have to speak to you guys every so often just so that you guys get some content. But
I also get to sing.
Yeah, true. But
that's most of my job today.
Yeah. Hopefully tomorrow it gets a little bit less on the driving side.
We have come all the way down from fucking Scotland.
Yeah, because we did most of that today.
Yeah.
But guys, we're going to head into actual Scarborough and we'll speak to you in a bit. Bye.
Recording.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
So, gone for a wander in Scarborough, bought ourselves some rock and some donuts with lunch.
And some fudge, of course, because I'm obsessed with fudge.
Yeah, we got. He had to get his fudge, like always. I feel like more or less every time we're in Scarborough, he ends up getting some sort of fudge.
Yeah, it's not as good as the time I managed to buy a massive fuck-off tub.
Yeah.
Like, what, 40 quid?
Yeah, he managed to...
When we did the maths, it should have cost me like 90 quid for the tub. But they'd never sold a tub before.
So they didn't know how much...
sell it in mini packets. I didn't realise and was like, oh, how much for the tub?
And rather than saying no, they still agreed to it, and he ended up getting the full tub.
They just charged me like 40 quid.
Yeah.
But we did the maths and they were selling it for like, each fudge packet for like a £5. And we did the maths, it would have worked out like 95 odd quid to buy the tub. and they charged me 40 quid for it, so that was pretty good. Pretty good bargain.
Yeah.
And
it
never sold
lasted in a while.
No, it didn't. It lasted me like 2 days.
I thought it lasted you a lot longer than that.
No, it lasted me like 2 days.
You're insane. But lunch today, we've got something slightly different. We're not doing the same ham like normal. We got
German salami.
Yes.
Cheese and butter sandwiches, of course.
Yeah.
So,
if you pass me the camera over while you're sorting this,
Yeah.
obviously what we're luckily going to do while we're here that we keep forgetting to do when we're in a lot of places is
oh, that's a nice bite.
actually remember to empty the bin. Luckily, there is one over there, so I will be taking the bin once we've stopped recording for now. But the views we currently have are actually magnificent and quite insane. I don't even need to get out the van to show you them, to be fair. But look at this.
Because you don't even have your shoes on.
Lovely view. I do have shoes on, guys, technically.
Not on right now.
They're Crocs, they're slip-on, so it's fine. And down.
Beautiful bike.
Yep. Guess what?
Oh, you got it on camera?
I got that on camera as it went right on us. But they're the views we have. We are just going to quickly, we've still got ages left on our parking, so we're just going to quickly make sandwiches, eat sandwiches, and then we've had another look at how long it's actually going to take for us to get to Fenrock.
About 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
So we might end up stopping between again, probably.
Just because, as we also did say, they don't actually open for another 2 hours, so it doesn't actually make a difference if we stop halfway. Because what we'll do is we'll go straight there once we get there, then go to a shop real quick once we've been climbing, get ourselves tea for tonight, which we're not going to tell you what we're having yet, just because we do need to double check that is definitely what we are having. That butter doesn't seem to want to spread. There we go. But yeah, no, so we'll show you once we get it. But obviously we're going to eat, I'm going to empty the bin, and we'll speak to you guys later on.
Bye.
See you in a bit. Hello guys.
Wagwan, hello.
We're back. We've found somewhere to park up for the night, and it's in a very scenic spot. We're very secluded. Again, as we have been trying to be basically the whole trip. Obviously, tonight's tea, we've not told you yet, but we're doing steak and chips. The chips we are going to have to be very careful with, to say the least.
They're already cooked.
They're already cooked, and they say they're only meant to be microwaved. So we're going to literally do them for like a couple minutes just to make sure they're fully defrosted and heated up.
But it's basically all they need.
But yeah, to be honest, the steak is what's going to take us the longest to cook. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we've got seasonings that's going on them. Pepper, salt, chilli, and some thyme.
Are they all open?
Yes, I've opened everything up.
Just checking.
And that's what's going to go on them. So obviously, as usual, we'll probably do the usual thing of we'll get everything cooked up and then cut back to you guys once it's all sorted. And we'll let you know how it all is afterwards. But we'll speak to you in a little bit, guys.
Bye.
Bye. So guys, steaks are done. Turns out the chips needed longer than we thought they would in the pan. So they're basically cooked, just probably not as cooked as they should be, which is a little bit annoying. But they're still edible. At the end of the day, it's potato. So steaks are all nice and ready. They're probably more done than we were planning on, but is what it is. We have also got ketchup with the Philippine chips, so even if they are a little bit undercooked, it's fine.
Just with the chips, we're not psychopaths.
Yep. Right, turn everything off.
Unfortunately, we didn't make a sauce or anything because it was a bit too much of a faff.
I was going to say, I don't know how we would have...
the tongs to get the chips?
Nah, it's fine. Wait, actually. Yeah, you can tell that they're a little bit underdone.
Oh, they look all right though.
I feel like I've given you way more chips.
I can separate them out.
Yeah, might want to spread them out a little bit more.
How's that?
Yeah, I'll do.
I literally moved a few.
Yeah. Move that across.
Look at that, you're managing on your own now.
Yeah, I did it a sketchy way. You guys didn't see that in the video. Well, we're not going to talk about it. Right, there we go. Show you guys our dinner for tonight. So here it is. Steak, chips, and ketchup for the chips. But we'll eat it up and we'll let you know how it is. Also, we forgot to tell you last night, the pulled pork sandwiches
were gorgeous.
They were banging. So yeah, but we'll let you know these ones when we go for a wander, because obviously it's still very early, so we are going to go for a wander.
8:05, so we've got like an hour to eat, clean, and then we'll go see the sunset somewhere.
Yeah, we decided to park up a lot earlier today just because...
Just easier.
We'd been driving for like 6 hours across the whole day.
Yeah, we stopped in Scarborough, which we saw for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, and then
other than that, we've been driving for 6 hours. So
obviously we still had to buy tea once we got wherever we were going as well. So it was one of those, it decided in the end it would probably just be easier to park up for the night, get ourselves somewhere. We've not been climbing, but we're going to go early climbing tomorrow and then probably park up in the Peak District is our thought. So where we're going to go tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So
something
it'll
like
be
that.
some amazing views, hopefully. But we'll speak to you guys once we've eaten.
We've had some pretty decent views anyway, so
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know if anything could top the Scotland one, to be fair.
Which one was that? The one where we met the really
French.
nice people?
Yeah, when we met the guys from France who gave us some really nice stuff. But yeah, right, we're going to get eating before this goes cold. We'll speak to you in a bit.
Bye.
So,
Hey guys. You can't see me very well because I'm in black.
Ah, there we go. Now you can. There we go. As you can see, right behind us, we found our way to see some of the sunset.
We're currently half a mile away from the van.
I was going to say, yeah, we didn't realise how far we
It
walked.
took us like 2 minutes to walk half a mile.
Somewhere over that way is the van, but as this sign says, that's supposedly 550 yards away, which we don't really believe is actually that far away, but it supposedly is. We think we figured out where Skegness and everything is, which we thought should be technically visible.
He thinks it's over there.
Somewhere that way, like over there, we think is Skeggy, but we're not fully sure.
God knows.
Yeah, but our plan is, for watching the sunrise, we're probably just going to sit over by the van and do it that.
Sunset's over there, so sunrise will be over that hill.
Yeah, should just be right behind us. But
We're right behind you because sunset's right behind me.
yeah, sunset's behind you, so it would have been behind me then. But for tonight, we think that's going to be us for today, and we'll see you.
We're going to probably head back now and go, maybe have a game of cards or something, and then
Actually chill and sleep, and we will wake up for sunrise.
Yeah, because it's only, what time is it now? 9:20. So.
I was going to say, we're going to bed a lot earlier than we have been.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I don't think any cars are going to show up here like they have at every other spot we've been at.
No, it seems pretty quiet.
Let's just say, you know the night we told you, well, the day we told you about the really nice French we met, in the middle of the night, a random car pulled up next to us. It creeps us out very slightly.
A little bit.
Yeah. It was just a bit odd, the sort of time it was.
It's like 12 o'clock at night, so.
Yeah. But for now, that's going to be us, and we'll see you all
Bye, guys.
in the morning.